Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Welcome to your Astro Dice reading. We're going to pull some cards and play with the charms and see what we get here. So we are talking about Taurus in the first house and Neptune. So happy birthday to you as we finish up your solar sun season this week here. So Taurus energy trines yours. Right now we actually have Uranus in Taurus. So that is actually a kind of a highlighted energy that's going on with some other things right now. So expect to have some downloads, some insights, some sudden happenings. We are in eclipse season, and so that will bring that around. The first house is the house of you. This is the house where it's about who you are, how you meet and greet the world, your personality, your physical body. So Taurus is a very earthy, grounded sign like you are, and so this is an opportunity for you to really feel into that energy of your body. Neptune in Pisces, because that's an energy of choice and decision making with Taurus, but it opposes your sign. We have Saturn there right now, and we have Neptune there. I want to say to pay attention to your intake of water. You may notice that there's an energetic rise in your fluids emotionally and also physically. So we have the Seven of Cups here. So water is definitely a theme of some sort here, but also Neptune in Pisces right now is in a retrograde, which means that where you have been trying to sort something out, trying to figure out what the answers are, what's all the options and narrowing it down. I think if you get into yourself, what is really important to you, what do you really value, I think you're going to figure it out, because we have here in the area of resources, we have the Seven of Cups, which means there's a lot of options and opportunities available to you, and Neptune is also saying there's a lot of options and opportunities available to you. And so I think that part of this is in the area of resources. Having multiple options is not necessarily a bad thing, but trying to bring them into an organized fashion for yourself, because we have the Nine of Pentacles as your overall energy. So the Nine of Pentacles is very much a Virgo card, and this is the energy of trying to bring everything together in a very organized manner. It's self-sufficiency. It's also a Taurus card in that it is about having enough resources. I almost feel like you have options on the resources here. Ooh, I just noticed something. I like this. We have a lot of water cards showing up here, so that Pisces energy is a real thing. The outgoing card I'm going to jump to because it's you. It's the Hermit card. So the overall energy, that first house of you, of pulling your energy in and the wisdom and the knowledge that comes through your intuition, which is the water energy of Neptune and Pisces. And so it is seeing into the dark, right? It's a cat. So what's interesting, though, is because that candle is there, the cat's eyes are super dilated, trying to see into the dark to draw all the light in. So there is something here about really drawing all the light and the energy into you. Okay, so the key to the situation is we have the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, that would be the Page of Swords. So this is about drawing all the information in, trying to gather information and knowledge. He is sitting on a door that's locked, but you have the key. You have the key that unlocks the door. You have the ability, and it's a raven, right? And so a raven is magic. The key to the magic is you. You hold the key. That first house. I really love this. Okay, in the energy that has been kind of draining yours is the Six of Pentacles. It's trying to maintain a balance, right? Having that eclipse that just happened while the sun was in your sign, it opposed you, right? The sun in your sign opposing the moon in Pisces, right? All that water energy, and there was a lot of dynamics around that eclipse. And so there was almost a heightened emotion, supercharged energy that was going on. And you may have noticed it in people around you that their emotions were really amped up. And conversations may have taken a turn right around that eclipse that you're like, whoa, I'm not having this conversation, right? Like, I don't want to get into this with you. And so being able to pull your energy in and separate out other people's emotional imbalances and knowing where your boundaries are and where it's safe, right? Those are really important things to be dealing with. In the area of where you're seeking information, you're using your emotions. We have the Knight of Cups. We have this Owl of Wisdom, and he is trying to figure out which direction he is going. It says Pendle. I don't know what Pendle is, but there's so I would have to look that up. I don't know if that's a real place, maybe in England or something, but there is a light. The moon is lit the path. This is emotionally following the path that you feel called to in the wake of that full moon eclipse that we just had. So something came through. Look at all this moon energy showing up for you, right? So we have these owls here, Ace of Cups. How do you transform the situation? With your own inner wisdom and knowing. You have the key. We have this Taurus energy here, which is very grounded, but the Neptune is about grounding these goals, these dreams and ideas, and bringing them down into manifesting them, right? The first house is how you meet and greet the world. We have the Hierophant, which is the Taurus card. But look at that full moon there, right? And we have an owl and a cat. And honestly, they look like they're having a conversation. This is that Uranus and Taurus. This is the wisdom and the information, because Uranus and Taurus is in retrograde. And when Uranus is in Taurus in retrograde, instead of unexpected things crashing everything down, it's like you decide. You're choosing to bring something down. So in this case, it looks like what you're bringing down, though, is wisdom. And into you to really feel into that energy and to know what is truth for you and what is your next best step and which way you're going to go, because you have something here, a major transformation that is happening that you will lead you on this path here to some kind of success, right? Going from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you may have been worried about money. You may have been worried about your resources, right? And that you have some options here, and something following your inner knowing is going to open that door, right? It's going to open the door to success. You have the key to success right there. And this knowledge and this wisdom that you've gained from when Uranus went forward, things were happening. Now that it's in retrograde, it's going back over, it's reviewing it, and it's allowing you to consider how to use it. And it is currently in the energy of choice and decision making with Neptune up there in Pisces. And so this is an emotional decision, but it's one that's based in experience, knowledge, and wisdom that you've already gained. So here we have the flicker, which says new rhythms are coming into your life. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. So this is about being in flow, your immutable sign, trust and adapt. And the full moon in Pisces is always about trusting ourselves, trusting our emotions, trusting our goals, trusting our dreams, trusting our inner guidance. And you have the Robin, which says new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it, right? We're going from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. And then I know that that maybe you've been reluctant to make some sort of a change, right? Sometimes we're like, is that really the best move for us? And so there's been this review period while Mercury was in retrograde, and Mercury retrograded in the first few degrees of your sign. Well, Mercury has now cleared its shadow and it's still in your sign. And so it's bringing forward the messages that it went through during this retrograde to bring you the downloads and the insights. And so there is a need to trust what is coming through to you. You have the King, authority and diplomacy. This is that Taurus energy of the Hierophant in a lot of ways, right? This is the action to take. The action to take is to step into your own authority, your own power. And there's this inner knowingness of what it is that is right for you, right? And this is receiving the information. And this is also understanding that you hold the key, right? In this case, oh my God, he's got the Ankh, the key in his hand, right? He's got a scepter, a staff, right? But he also has the Ankh, the key, the wisdom, the knowledge. It's in your hand. You have it. But where is it? It's up here in this card of transformation. It's emotional energy and knowledge. It's the downloads and the insights that you are receiving from your higher self. It is a big change. that is happening. There is some big major transformation, right? The South Node is getting ready to move in your sign, and if you fight and resist the change, it becomes uncomfortable. Right now, the Tower is in retrograde, which gives you the opportunity to bring down the unstable structures in your life, whatever they are. Whether it looks financial, to be honest, but it could be emotional. It could be with your physical health and well-being, first house. And so something that's important to you, first house. It's really important to you that you make this change, and it could be in relationship because of that Pisces energy being in if your first house were to be Virgo, then Pisces is across the zodiac. So it could be a me versus we. What's really important? Okay, so the challenge is completing the cycle. The challenge is allowing something to fall away in order to make room for something new to come in. An eclipse is always about clearing space, and then we have a full moon eclipse, right? And then we have a new moon coming in 2 weeks. Well, by the time you see this, less than 2 weeks. So on the 2nd of October, we get a new moon eclipse in Libra. It's in different energy. It's in new energy. It's in, again, an air sign, which Mercury energy is comfortable in. But because it's next to your sign, it doesn't really, you can't really see what it's doing. And so you're going to have to trust your inner knowing and your inner guidance. So here in the, there's this card of the death card here, but it's black and white. It's about the balance, and there's the kitty there is holding an hourglass. It's time to let something go. And for some reason, you're struggling to let it go. But here in the heart space, this is about the knowing that it's time to let it go, because we have the World card. And so this is about you understanding that it is time to let something go in your life, because you hold the key that unlocks the door to the next opportunity, the next thing you're going to grow into. The Robin, right? And the Robin also makes me feel like it might be a springtime issue. Now, if you're in the southern hemisphere, that's like now, right? If you're in the northern hemisphere, then that's a few months away. But it's happening, and we're right here at the change of seasons. And so there's some kind of a big shift and dynamic that is happening for you. All right, so we have the cat coming here, and the cat is hanging on, it looks like, to the screen for dear life. And so again, it's about being willing to let something go. We've got the moon, which has shown up so much here. The moon, this intuition, the inner knowing. Here we have a cat with its back arched. Yeah, you are really fighting the change. The change, for some reason, is very uncomfortable for you. And so this comes from a longer cycle. That eclipse was actually a cycle that started back in March of 2021. And so maybe it's something that you've been doing for a while, or an idea that you've been hatching for a while, and you've been trying to decide when to do it, but you have new rhythms are coming into your life. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. New growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. And then here we have a bird. And again, this bird is just sitting there. It kind of looks like this robin to me, just kind of sitting there, like waiting for the opportunity to come in, right? For the worms to make some noise. But you've got to do the work. Here we have a firefighter with the axe and the I guess it's 2 axes. I don't know. Anyway, so this says that it's going to feel risky, but it's your job to make the change. It's your job to do the work. It's your job to knock down a wall in order to handle a situation. It's that tower moment. It's that bringing something down in order to clear space for something new to come in. It's a really empowering reading that you have here, Virgo, as we change seasons and you move toward this more financially stable, independent situation. So I wish you the best of luck for that. Thank you for supporting this channel by hitting the thumbs up. I'm doing astrology for the week on another channel. That link is in the description box below. Come and join me on Facebook, where I can do the readings every day. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.